Sarasota. He is a realtor here in town. Jason has been posting videos to social media for about 2 years. His first series was titled How to Be a Successful Real Estate Investor. Then the second series, which is still running, is called Documenting My Progress to Speak in Front of Large Audiences and Have Thousands of People Watch My Videos. How was that? You can watch his videos on his YouTube channel, Jason Silverstein. Jason started all on his own doing videos with no one around to offer support or feedback. He has since joined 2 Toastmasters Club, as well as Sarasota Speaks, and has seen tremendous value in that, which he will talk about tonight. Please help me welcome Jason Silverstein.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hi, Jason.
I wanted Melissa to go before me, so that way all of you would listen to me. Love is the answer. What is the question? It doesn't really matter. Love is the answer. When I first started doing videos about 2 years ago, I did it completely all on my own. They were just 1 to 2 minute videos that I would do in front of a camera and a tripod. And when I first started, I did not have the motivation that it took to do it at home. I had to go to an office. And there's one thing that I knew. I knew that how I looked like and sounded like on camera would be exactly how it looked like and sound like to whoever was watching the video. That's the good news. The bad news is the only person there to correct me was me, and I had no idea what I was doing. The way I would do the videos is I would go up to the camera here just like this. This is actually the very tripod I used when I first started, if everyone wants to take a picture of it. And I go out there and I would do one take and then I'd watch it back and I would say, "This is boring." I don't sound enthusiastic. I don't sound energetic. No one's going to want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. What do? I know. I'm going to run around and get my heart rate up. So I run around and then I come back. And then I'd say, I go back up there and I'd still say it's boring. And I would do that many times. And I thought, what I really need to do is I just need to run faster. So then I go up like that, and then I would do it again, and I'd still say this is boring. And if I did that 100 more times, just fast forward because I don't know about all daily. I got a lot of exercise in those days. And when I first ended up with a video, the way I self-corrected and showed enthusiasm and excitement was by yelling. I yelled in all those early videos. And if you want to see those videos where I'm yelling, you can go to my YouTube channel, Jason Silverstein. I have a special playlist there labeled Jason Silverstein Yelling. And I yelled so eloquently and beautifully that I was asked to speak at a large networking event in January 2019. And I thought, uh-oh, I better do something. I didn't really have much practice in practicing in front of audiences. I was only practicing in front of my best friend, the camera. So I decided that it's time to rejoin Toastmasters. I was in Toastmasters before and quit, and I decided it's time to come back. In October 2018, I joined the Sarasota Evening Toastmasters. And I got there, and my first speech was an icebreaker. And that's where you just talk about yourself. And I was yelling all the way through. And I get these feedback slips of paper, little feedback slips of paper that those of you who have ever been in Toastmasters, you know what I'm talking about. And a lot of them said, "You're too loud. You're hurting my ears." But they were just on small little slips of paper, and I could barely read it. So I didn't really pay attention to it too much. And then a few speeches later, I'm doing a speech, and we have evaluators in Toastmasters. And the evaluator gets up there and he says, "Jason, you're yelling. Stop yelling." And he said that in front of everyone there. And I thought to myself, maybe I should stop yelling. But I wasn't able to stop it right then and there. I did a few more speeches where I was yelling. And in that Toastmaster group, and by talking to other people, I was able to correct other things. When I first started doing videos, I was just like, I had my hands just right by my sides, and I was rocking back and forth. And then I was going like this. And then I went like this. I think maybe in a past life, I did karate. Those are the corrections that I got from being in Toastmasters. Also, I made a lot of connections. I started out being completely on my own, and I made some good connections. And I also developed the habit of plugging my YouTube channel every speech I gave, which is Jason Silverstein is my YouTube channel. I like being in Toastmasters so much that I decided to double down on this thing. And that's when I joined the Sarasota Speakers Exchange. And that is where the movement maker is, Rebecca Tassitano, who you will be hearing from next. And you're probably waiting for me to get off the stage here. But being in that group was really great, being in the two Toastmaster groups. And that's where Rebecca asked me if I wanted to be on a speakers tour that's just going to go around different locations and give speeches, and then eventually the world. If you want to mark your calendars, we're going to be in Barcelona, Spain in May of 2022. Not really. If all of you keep on supporting us, we will get there. That's our goal. Being from those two groups and being in Sarasota Speaks has helped me tremendously. And I made a lot of good connections, and that's why I like to say love is the answer. And finally, I just want to tell you that it's very important to love the process. I listen to a lot of podcasts, business podcasts, entrepreneur podcasts, and they all pretty much say the same thing, that you need to love the process. People who start businesses, it's very difficult, and they're working 100 hours a week to get them off the ground, to make them successful. And they're not going to do that unless they love what they're doing. They never say they're doing it for the money, or the fame, or the glory, like me. They're doing it because they really love it. And that's how I sort of think with this speaking. I've been doing this for 2 years, and although I love all of you, you're not a large audience. I still like it though. It's still fun being up here. And to my great dismay, thousands of people are not watching my videos. And I want you to go subscribe to my channel to help my subscriber count, which is Jason Silverstein YouTube. And finally, I just want to say that I really thank all of you for coming. And if you get nothing else from my speech, just remember the answer is always love. Love is the answer. Thank you.